Am I the jerk for refusing to work things out with my fiance because my life is better now that his daughter isn't around me? I know the title makes me look like a jerk. I accepted that. But for full transparency, I wanted to be completely honest here. Basically, I had been with my fiance Matt for 8 years. He has a daughter, 14 years old, Vivian. I tried so hard to involve Vivian in everything. I enrolled her in all of these extracurricular programs and showed up to every single event. I spent thousands on things she needed. I brought her out for one-on-one to do girly things like get our hair and nails done or even go shopping. One-on-one dinners wherever she wanted to eat. She literally complained about everything. Every time I brought her out to eat, she complained loudly about the food being trash. Every single time we went and did our hair and nails, she would complain that it turned out bad. Complained on Christmas and asked if she had more stuff coming because she only had 16 items under the tree. Literally everything on her wish list. And she was grateful but disappointed because she expected more from us. Tie this in with other things, like all my stuff going missing constantly. My makeup, that she had been told not to touch several times, became free game for her. My hairbrush, that I also told her not to touch, was always left on the counter with giant chunks of her hair left in it. All her hair products and makeup sit right beside mine in the bathroom, and despite her stuff being higher quality, she still uses mine. Literally spaced out whenever I tried talking to her about it. Her eyes would just gloss over, and she would stare right through me, nod her head and say, or tell me why it wasn't a big deal, and she was tired of me creating drama with her. My clothing? Yeah, half that is missing, and I would catch her wearing them, and she would blatantly lie and gaslight me by saying, "You literally gave me this, and now you're going to flip out." She just had zero respect for me, and that was obvious. Her dad did absolutely step in every single time and reprimand her, but it never got better. It all came to a head over a damn bowl of tuna. So my fiance and I have a 2-year-old, and she has been extremely ill. I am so busy dealing with fussiness all day and seemingly all night long that I simply forget to feed myself. So 3 days ago, I get the baby to sleep and go lounge in the living room and start making myself some tuna for crackers around 11 p.m. Vivian comes out and sees me making it. She gets herself a drink and goes back to her room. The baby wakes up, so I put my tuna in the fridge. Get the baby back to sleep, and when I come out, Vivian is on the couch eating it. It was the last of the tuna, and I was starving and really craving it. I didn't eat dinner because I didn't like the meal I made for Vivian and Matt, so I snapped a bit. I asked why she would be touching my food when she already ate dinner, and she really just rolled her eyes, tossed my bowl on the counter, and slammed off to her bedroom. I immediately woke up Matt and told him I was done. Him and his daughter needed to get out of my house by the following day and go stay elsewhere. Anywho, he went to his mom's with Vivian, and my house been peaceful since they left. Matt keeps asking if he can come home and talk, but I told him I honestly just don't know if I want to work this out because my life has been nothing but peaceful without Vivian here. He keeps saying things like, "You don't mean that, you love her, you've been around for more than half her life." But I really truly have come to the conclusion that I do not like that girl and I love my life now that she's not a part of it. Am I the jerk for throwing away 8 years and a very loving relationship over his kid? Am I the jerk for ending a relationship over long showers? I don't think I'm the jerk, but my aunt and mom got in my head over the holidays, and now I am questioning myself. Until early November, I, 28 female, was in a long-term relationship with Kevin, 30 male. We were together for about 18 months. He was planning to move in with me at the end of November when his lease was up. I own my own place, whereas he had a roommate who was recently engaged. Seemed like good timing all round. Kevin was generally a good guy. Funny, charming, easygoing. I thought I was in love. But a few weeks before he was supposed to move in, he made a weird offhand comment about my evening shower habits. Now look, I know some people will find this crazy, but it's not as crazy as it seems. I have a glorious steam shower with a comfy bench. I take long steams before bed. Usually 15 minutes to steam, 5 to 10 minutes, with the water on and off, to shower and wash my hair, and another 5 or so for skincare. I'm not hogging the only bathroom or the hot water, and I only do it after everything else is done for the day. Work, chores, intimacy. Anyway, the comment was that I would have to knock off things like that when I was living with him. Which, why? He said I was wasting time and needed to be more present when I lived with a man. It's 30-40 minutes. I can't have 30-40 minutes to myself? This led to a longer argument about the various things about myself and life I would need to change before he would move in. Like I was doing him a favor letting him live with me rent-free. Many things themselves weren't terrible. Put my various skincare things away rather than leaving them on the shelf. Fair. Don't leave so many shoes in the mudroom. They're on a rack, but whatever. Stop the composting service. He wants to do it. But a few were non-starters. Don't have my brother 17 and his friends over unsupervised by him. And don't volunteer at a local shelter that houses men. It was wild. He had never shown any indication of being controlling before, so I tried to talk to him about what he was thinking. He just said that moving in meant that I was his and needed to act like it. Paraphrasing. I said, then we weren't moving in together as I am not anyone's, less articulate than that, and asked him to leave. We had another conversation a day or so later, but neither of us budged, so we mutually broke it off. I was sad, but not devastated. Mostly completely confused and questioning my ability to see any red flags. There had to be some right. I thought I made the right choice. My friends think I made the right choice. My baby brother also thinks I made the right choice. He may be influenced by my 3D printer. But my mom and aunt think I made a huge mistake. It's been a solid 2 weeks of you're going to die alone. You're selfish. You have to compromise in relationships. You can't expect him to put up with your single girl schedules and habits. He was such a catch. I feel like my head is going to explode. I thought my mom would at least care that he was cutting off free brother sitting when they travel. But no. She thinks my ex was right that my brother and his friends shouldn't be in the house alone with a single woman at their age. I babysat most of them when they were younger, for Christ's sakes. So, am I really unreasonable here? I'm driving myself nuts. We are not getting back together. But was I a jerk? Am I the jerk for making my wife ride in the backseat because she couldn't stop distracting me? This happened over the holidays, and my wife is still upset with me over it. Our family went to visit my in-laws for New Year's. It's about a 3-4 hour drive. Mostly highway, but it takes us through 2 metro areas with pretty significant traffic. My wife, 37 female, gets nervous about driving in traffic, so I always drive when we visit her family. She also tends to get carsick on longer drives and needs to sit in the front seat to help ease it. She has tried taking Dramamine in the past, but she's had an allergic reaction to it, so she doesn't take it anymore. I love my wife with all my heart, but she is not good sitting shotgun. She makes huge reactions to any change in traffic, grabbing the handle, putting her hand on the dash, gasping, telling me to watch out, etc. It's not like I'm an aggressive or risky driver. I've never gotten a speeding ticket or been in an accident. But if there's a car a half mile ahead of us that puts on their brakes, she freaks out and acts like we're all about to die. It's incredibly distracting. I've talked to her multiple times about how her reactions actually makes it more difficult for me to concentrate on driving, but she says she can't control herself because she's nervous in traffic. On the way to her family's place, she sat up front with me, and traffic was pretty bad, lots of slowdowns due to weather conditions, and in general, just kind of slow going. But I've been driving in cold weather my whole life and know how to control my speed and give lots of extra space to any surrounding cars. I understand that you can't control anyone else on the road and that accidents happen, but I do everything in my control to keep my car and the people inside safe. The entire drive, my wife was on edge, making all the reactions I mentioned. It's very distracting to have someone next to you doing that sort of thing while driving. I mentioned this to my wife numerous times on the drive, and she always deflected blame at me for the way I was driving. When we were getting ready to head home, I told my wife she needs to sit in the back and our 14-year-old son will sit up front with me. I told her it's either that or she drives us home. She got upset with me and started giving excuses about her car sickness. I told her to take some NyQuil or something else to help her sleep, but she refused and told me I'm being a jerk. I told her that she can drive then, and she refused that too. Eventually, she reluctantly got in the back seat with our 11-year-old daughter. The ride home was much easier traffic-wise, and my wife sat pretty much silent in the back seat the entire time, pouting. When we got home, she told me that she felt ill the entire drive but didn't say anything because she didn't want to make a big deal out of anything. She told me I humiliated her by making her sit in the back and that I should be more considerate of her feelings. So what do you think? Am I the jerk for making my wife ride in the back seat because she couldn't stop distracting me? Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for daily Reddit stories. All rights belong to the original author. This video is for narration and entertainment purposes only.